Calvin Johnson retired at age 30. You know when he retired? March 8th, 2016. If Andrew Luck had retired at any of those times, I don't think you get that kind of reaction. It's that, wait a minute, on August 4th, I think, you told Peter King, I expect to be ready for week 1. And 2-3 weeks later, you're retiring. So I think that we have to take that into consideration. I don't think the boos were about him leaving. I think the boos were about the timing. In other words, we get ready to start the season. You've been going through what you've been going through, and a week and a half before the NFL season begins, we get this news. I think that's the problem. And I think as a result of that, I think in this particular instance, first of all, it wasn't everybody. There was some serenading boos.
It was loud.
But I think those people in that moment deserve that pass.
All right, listen.
That's what I'm saying.
Keyshawn, let me jump on Stephen A. for just a moment here. Here's the thing. I actually think everything you just said was true, man. The timing of it, the overall sense of disappointment. Colts fans had a real, legit reason to believe they were going to contend for a Super Bowl this year. I was going to toy with them winning the AFC, making my preseason picks. There's real, not just disappointment, but a sense that things came in way under expectations for Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. And I understand it, man. And here's the thing. I've made arguments in the past. Fans' job is to be fans and to feel it. They're visceral. That's what they're supposed to be doing. However, everything you just said can be true, Stephen A., and I'm not trying to be on a high horse. I'm not trying to sermonize, but you got to be better than that. You can feel all that. It can be real. And your mom can tell you, I understand, baby, and pat you on the back, but you still got to be better than that. You cannot rain down boos on a guy who's given you 7 years like that.
I respond. Go ahead, Keyshawn.
Well, look, I kind of somewhat agree with Stephen A., and I kind of somewhat agree with you too, Will. I would say it this way, though. Andrew Luck is a teaser to the fans, okay? Like Stephen A. said, he put them in a situation where they felt good. They go out there, they get Devin Funchess, they draft O-linemen, they do all the things to make a run. They were favored to win their division, okay, let alone the conference by some. They were favored by some to even maybe make it to the Super Bowl. All of these sort of things, fantasy football, you just name it. And then all of a sudden you hear, while sitting in the stands at a preseason game, that your star quarterback has decided to retire right before the end of preseason, and now you basically are stuck with the number 2 quarterback having to be your starter, so you're going to feel a certain type of way. Now, as it calms down over the next several days, I'm sure we will see people come out in the fan base and say they were sorry or they were emotional, all of those sort of things. But I don't see 24 hours, it'll be over with as far as the boos go. People will celebrate the 7 years that he had in Indianapolis. I think a lot of people are saying now the 7 years, we're all making the 7 years like they won a bunch of Super Bowls. They made some playoffs, they won some divisions, but it's not like they won Super Bowls. We're not talking about Tom Brady.
And because
we're just talking about a guy who was showing promise from injuries and taking them to the playoffs when they had a bad season the year before.
Yeah, Key, and because of that, I'm not sure it's going to go away in a couple of days. See, we all agree the Andrew Luck experiment, Stephen A., in Indianapolis fell short. Honestly, way short of expectations.
Well, see, I don't
think that's way short, Will.
Oh, man.
I don't think it's way short.
Oh,
no, I don't think so.
I think you're wrong.
Listen, hold on. When Andrew Luck was drafted, he was billed as a generational quarterback. I'm not talking about a first overall pick every other year in the draft. I'm talking about a guy who ousted Peyton Manning.
He was next generational quarterback
in that direction. Probably Trevor Lawrence.
No. Break.
Yeah.
You got time. We got to go to commercial break. I'm sorry. I got to help you out here because Will and Keyshawn don't want to listen. Go ahead, Roz.
We'll be talking about this topic all throughout the show. Keyshawn, thank you so much.
Wait.
He's hanging with us?
Keyshawn's hanging with us. We got to finish this segment, right?
All right,
you stand right here, right, Keith?
Stay with us.
I'm good.
Stay right there. Stay right there.
That was like an Andrew Luck segment.
Many times I show up on your radio show in the morning. Stay right there. Stay right there.
Absolutely. So Keyshawn will be here. We will be continuing this topic later in the show and with Keyshawn. And we will be discussing what does the man who will forever be tied to Andrew Luck think of his sudden retirement. RG3 opens up on Luck opting out of Indy. Don't go anywhere.
The NFL season is right around the corner.